Yeah.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. We are back. What's a podcast? We have episode 249. DJ Jerome Baker III. Shout out to my guy, always available. Hashtag Streetwear Eddie.
What's happening, fellas?
And don't charge Abdul.
Fresh off a great episode, man. Last week, one of the longer episodes we've taped. Pause. And shout out to our guy, man. Shout out to Silas for coming on and dropping jewels. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have a lot more actually that we're going to be dropping with that Silas episode. There's more video clips that are going to be actually dropping both Thursday and Friday because it is such an extensive interview. It was just short of 2 hours, literally like 10 seconds short of 2 hours or something like that. So we have more video dropping by the time you hear this. And the response has just been immaculate. If you follow the not the blog, there's video on the blog, and then there's comments from just varied people who just had a really good time enjoying that. And I think it's something that we need to continue to share just sort of across the social media sites. So just be ready, check all that stuff out, man. Follow us on both Instagram and Twitter. And shout out to Silas, and his story was amazing, continues to be amazing.
Facts.
And we look forward to sharing more about that. Obviously, we're here back. It's a new week, new episode of Chopping Blades was up this Monday. Got some great feedback on that. So do make sure to check that out because content is king, man. And we appreciate everybody who is subscribing, leaving comments. We have comments on the YouTube, on the Patreon. We just, what I'm saying? So people really, the engagement is high.
Yo, the Patreon is popping, by the way.
And then we appreciate everybody who is, helping make that happen, both from a contributing aspect and from a, following aspect, man. It's good to just know that things are, people like what we're doing. So we got a lot more on the way. But yeah, I mean, we're back. Go ahead.
We lost a big subscriber the other day, but we got another one on, and in the pocket. Shout out to, we took back the shout out from Ian Drummond, right?
The past is the past. We addressed that situation. And
shout out to what's my guy's name? Jason Pierce, man. Welcome, brother. Welcome.
Jason Pierce
to the top tier.
And shout out to Michelle, man. I've known Michelle a long time.
Okay.
I've known Michelle actually probably 15 years now. So
shout out to Michelle.
Longer. And so she's been very vocal in the comments before on the Instagram. So now it's good to see her back in the Patreon. Just know, like, as quarter two starts, we're going to turn up. There's some Patreon features we have not utilized yet. There are a lot of, what is that? There's a lot of things that we have on the way. That's all I really want to say.
You're hearing some feedback, bro?
Or something. I don't know what it is, but we'll keep it moving. Obviously we live here we live in DC.
Yeah.
But Baltimore is about 45 minutes an hour to the north. And so I know a lot of people woke up, I believe, Tuesday morning to the news that I want to make sure I get it right. The Francis Scott Key Bridge, not the other Key Bridge, because I saw
the DC Key Bridge.
People did have it. People did have it confused for a second there. Was effectively knocked down. I read that it happened early in the morning.
Yeah,
like between 1 and 2
o'clock
I thought
in the morning. Like 1:30 in the morning or something.
Yeah. So
was that wrong or that was accurate?
No. That was accurate. That was accurate.
Okay.
And there's a lot of different information going on. TikTok, during something like this, TikTok is both the gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Because you get people who are like, I was the ex.
Who don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
No, not even. I'm not going to say that, but it was just like, one dude was like, I was the ex bridge worker. Something like this is impossible to happen without, another
terrorism.
Party. Exactly, right? I saw
Shut the fuck
people
up.
well, I'm not so quick to dismiss them only because if you're gonna come on and say, yo, I have 18 years of working on a bridge, you're gonna feel kind of way.
Yeah, but the bridge didn't give out. The boat ran into it.
What I'm saying is
A
that
big ass boat.
these people are just like, yo, something like this can't happen. One guy was like, where's the tugboat? Where's the ferry? Like, where's all these steps that are supposed to happen?
So I mean, from what I understand, the power went out on the boat, and you could see
Yeah,
it
the
in the
power went
video.
out. You saw it in the video.
And we only see a portion of the video once people actually started recording it. We don't know how many times the power went out before the video started being recorded. And I mean, those big ships are not easy to steer off. Like if they're going towards something, they need a lot of space to like.
There's no brake pedal that you step on,
and they need a lot of space
everything.
They need a lot of space to reposition it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean,
what a tragedy.
Yeah.
What a tragedy.
It's horrible.
But
I'm not canceling nothing out. It could be an act of terror to a certain extent. I guess you never know.
Yeah, because why did the power go out? Maybe that's where.
Yeah.
The conspiracy.
It's just one of those things where if you type in, for instance, bridge, accident, conspiracy, you get different opinions, and I don't think there's.
I mean, we don't have enough information yet to get, we may never know the truth.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of different conspiracies also saying like that. Like it's a conspiracy because that's the only bridge in Baltimore where they can like shift over like hazardous material. They can't put it through the tunnel, so it's blocking off that, and they're like plotting to do something in the tunnel, or like. Just crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. Shit. I mean, it's wild. It definitely has messed up the flow of just basic goods. You know what I'm saying? Just basic goods and services coming in and out of Baltimore. They said that the collapse has indefinitely halted the flow of ships in and out of Baltimore. Rebuilding the bridge won't be quick or easy. 56 containers or 764 tons of hazardous material were found on the ship.
Right.
Wow.
Some of the containers were breached and a sheen was seen in the waterway. And then they said they found 2 bodies.
Early today, right?
But they were supposedly 2 bodies that helped other people. They said the 2 bodies they found may have been guys who were helping other people get out
of the water.
Like saving them,
right? And so I mean, they know these guys. One guy was from Mexico and another guy was from Guatemala.
There was like 5 that were missing.
Damn.
Right?
Yeah, I mean they knew where
Central American.
They knew where these dudes were born. They knew where they lived in the States. Like it was a very direct sort of a explanation.
People of color coming to the aid of others too, man. And some people have the nerve to say, "Oh, y'all not American."
The woman who is the woman who is the chairperson of the National Transportation Safety Board, she said that it is devastating, and it is just utter. I mean, she said it's just utter devastation.
Yeah,
it's pretty much like the bridge is gone.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So
that shit did not even look real. Yeah. What part? I did hear
when they were asking, how long do you think before we get it rebuilt? He was like, we're not worried about rebuilding. We're worried about finding the people's bodies that are in there.
Great answer.
Yeah, and keep it
great
moving.
answer.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you want to hear.
That's what you want to hear from your leaders. You want to know that he cares about the people that are affected in a tragedy like this. And actually, the mayor and the governor of Maryland, kind of hit the limelight because of this tragedy. And, you see a lot of people talking about, I didn't know Baltimore's mayor was 20 years old.
Yeah.
And, we now have and by we now, I mean my parents and my family that lives in Maryland. The governor, Wes Moore, is also a black man. Shout out to him. So, a lot of both those guys were fielding questions from reporters and media and stuff like that, and very active to try to remediate this tragedy and fix things. And so, I think that's kind of what the city and those affected by the tragedy needed too. They want to know that people are caring. We just lost Jerome, by the way. Oh, here we go. He's back. They care and are concerned about what happened.
Is there do they have like a count of how many cars were on there yet, or how many cars they found, how many people are still missing?
I had heard the number 7 thrown around. But
Yeah,
you know,
because I heard that they were able to reach out, like through like whatever phone or whatever, and try to stop the flow of traffic on the bridge so that people weren't actually right where.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Because if
Yeah,
you
I can see that happening very easily because they have a police station, an auxiliary station, or something like that somewhere. So it's easy to block the bridge. But my concern is the people that were
already on it
that went in the water. Like, were they able to save anyone or no?
Well, if you look at the video, you can see cars on the bridge. No, you can see cars on the bridge
hauling ass
right before it got hit, though.
Yeah,
like you can see the lights from the
the
lights from the. So I don't know if anybody was technically in their cars, but because you can literally see people boogieing to get off that bridge. You see their lights. It's 2 cars, and I'm just like, hey man. And they haven't reported any cars in the
that went into the water.
That went into the water. No,
and there hasn't been.
They didn't then.
There hasn't been anybody on the news saying that they,
they lost somebody,
or that they survived it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So, again, man, it is just a horrible accident.
Horrible.
Anytime there's
it's a nightmare, dog. I have fears, and especially because I don't know how to swim.
The one bridge in Maryland is the absolute worst.
The Bay Bridge.
The Bay Bridge.
Oh, I don't go down that side of Maryland. You talk about the joint that goes down to Ocean City and whatnot.
Yes.
Why is it a nightmare? Because of traffic?
No, just you're at.
Because it's like you're at 2 miles long, and if shit happens,
you're at God's risk. Like anything can happen to you.
Yeah,
like
right.
You're mixing traffic with human. Judgment, and I mean, and let there be some wind on that joint. Oh no!
Oh god! Yeah, I've been on the bridge where the bridge has started swaying because even the joint in Delaware, Delaware Memorial Bridge, if it's really windy, you feel it.
Yeah. That's the joint going from Maryland into Delaware.
Yes.
Yeah. That one does not compare to.
No, that's quick. That's quick.
Yeah, that's nothing compared to the Bay Bridge, dog. The Bay Bridge.
I don't want to go down to the Bay.
I have to go to the Eastern Shore in the fall, and I'm already thinking of ways to like.
You can't.
I know, and I might just cancel that gig because.
Nah, it ain't that bad.
I'm not that guy, you know.
Yeah, but then when you think about like all the bridges in New York, like the Brooklyn Bridge and Manhattan Bridge, them joints is old and raggedy, dog.
They are.
I take the train. I take the train in New York.
I don't think I ever been in New York where they're not doing construction on one of them bridges.
I mean, I think this is a good time for and a wake up call for America to revisit this infrastructure bill and realize that a lot of this infrastructure that we have in this country is outdated and old and
so 42%. 42% of the bridges in America would not pass code if they were tested today. However, we just sent $3.8 billion to Israel.
Yeah. That's a crazy stat.
That money could fix those bridges.
Every bridge.
Yeah, every bridge.
And the thing about it is the thing that I like, or not even like, but the thing that we all realize is that, we live in a city where construction has been permanent for the last 20 years. There's been always something in DC, right? So if you fix the bridges, people will accommodate, people will adapt. Their life is not going to halt.
You got to pay to cross every fucking bridge, pretty much.
But all I'm saying is just even the most simple of construction here. Maybe like when they were doing work on Florida Avenue, or was it like that? Like it was like Rhode Island in Florida.
Oh yeah,
is that what that is?
Mixing bowl thing, little Wendy's.
Yeah.
That was the worst traffic ever. I mean, every week it was a different direction.
Bad traffic.
Rhode Island in New York.
Rhode Island in New York, yeah.
And
Rhode Island in New York?
No, Florida in New York.
Florida in New York, right? People adapted just fine. And now that it's finished, it's great. You know what I'm saying? It's an ease of use. And I think if you know that you're taking Amtrak or some of these train rails that haven't been serviced in a while, if you know they're being fixed, you're going to feel a lot better using them.
Hell yeah.
You know we see every time somebody goes to Japan, they're on a high speed rail XYZ, and the people in power here fight about the stupidest stuff ever.
Also, Jerome, the Bay Bridge is new. They built a whole new side to it not too long ago. It used to be one, and now there's like 2.
Listen,
I think you're good.
The fear is there regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
I barely like the new bridge coming from Southeast into Navy Yard. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
that They just shifted a whole new bridge. Like
the bridges
Yeah,
don't bother me. I have more fear of it being in a tunnel than a bridge.
Yeah, I don't like the tunnel either.
I don't
That joint, the tunnel in Virginia Beach. Oof.
Nothing.
I'm not a fan of that
Yeah,
at all.
I'd rather take my chances with the bridge going down than being stuck in a tunnel.
There's a tunnel. There's a tunnel down there that you haven't been in that puts that Virginia Beach one to shame.
You know what I don't like about that tunnel? The one time I have been there is I don't like traffic in a tunnel. Like
I don't like being in the tunnel. Yeah.
Well, it's one thing moving through the tunnel. Yeah. It's another one being stuck in that joint.
Yeah.
The worst part of the Virginia Beach tunnel is when there's traffic and it's raining, because then you think the water's coming through. And that
the tunnel goes underground. It's not through the water. It's under
it does. Under the ground. It's going through the water. It's under the water.
It's under the water, under the ground, though. It's not like in the water.
It's
not
sure?
like a water slide. It's under the ground in the water.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Here's what we'll do, man. If you live in 757, and if you live in, and we're talking about the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, which connects Hampton and Norfolk. There is. I'm trying to say there's another one that's worse. The Monitor Merrimack. That one.
I've been in that one. That was way longer. That's like twice as long.
That one will have you shook. For real.
The Holland Tunnel is bad because all them fucking tiles is coming off the walls and shit. You feel like it's about to close in on you.
At Virginia Beach joint, I got stuck in that joint for traffic, and I was in fear for my life, man.
Listen, if you live in
Pusha T, get in the comments. Let us know which one is the worst tunnel.
757, and if you're happy, we're going to do a Darling Nikki in Virginia, in Norfolk, very soon. We actually just worked it out today, so we'll keep everybody posted when we go down. It should be a good time, and we'll move on. You know what I'm saying? Episode 249, quiet luxury.
We here, baby.
You know, obviously, in the world of hip hop, there's huge news regarding Diddy, aka No Diddy. If you know what I'm saying, kids don't say pause anymore; they say No Diddy.
They don't say no. The other thing.
No. I don't say no ho.
No. I just thought pause.
I'm not saying anything.
No Diddy. Anyhow, we're gonna stick to No Diddy. And basically we saw that Sean Puff Daddy, Diddy Combs houses in Los Angeles and Miami were raided by the Homeland Security. Now when Homeland Security gets involved, there's proof of
they're not. A federal judge is not going to issue a search warrant for 2 cribs in 2 different states at the same time if they don't know what they're looking for.
Y'all think this is because he tried to buy NBC?
Hell no.
I think somebody.
I'm joking.
I think the little mule they caught snitched on him.
No, I don't know, man.
Brendan Rodgers or whatever his name is, the Syracuse, former Syracuse basketball player,
scored 3 points in his whole college basketball career.
I think he snitched on him and had proof.
I thought he got caught after.
Yeah, he just got caught today on the plane.
Yeah, he got caught after he got jailed.
All I know is they're talking about the girl from City Girls.
Record label. Oh, okay.
Young Miami.
Yeah, they said she was moving pink cocaine or something like that.
That's that
interesting.
Yeah, and then
pink cocaine is a thing. Is that synthetic?
It's called Tusi.
Oh shit! Streetwear Eddie, really
you know
out here.
That's a different kind of drug. Then his neighbors, I believe his neighbors were saying he was bringing in underage people.
That was just a kid talking shit to the camera. He was like, "Yo, when my basketball goes over there, I do not. I leave it there."
Listen, man,
that was hilarious.
The kid that was his neighbor. There was like some dude driving by. His neighbor was talking shit out the car window.
You know, the thing about it is, we've seen this thing unravel for his career recently, and where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So there's going to be something here. Cassie was the kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, nothing surprised me after Cassie.
The thing that I think about Cassie, which is why this continued to happen to him, is he handled the Cassie thing a little too arrogantly.
Yeah.
And people don't like ugly. They don't like you still trying to 2-step and do all these things.
Yeah, you act like you're untouchable.
Right. You need to lay low. You need to get out the country.
Humble yourself.
And you need to find a way to humble yourself. That's why what's his name is in Bali.
Russell Simmons.
He's literally waiting. This is what I was informed of. He's waiting for the statute of limitations to run out on all the crimes that he's done.
But there's no statute of limitations on that. Look how they got Cosby.
However it is,
You know what I'm saying?
however it is, that's what I was informed about Russell Simmons. Why he's over there.
I think that's false, man, because statute of limitations would have been way up because all that Cosby shit happened in the 70s and
Yeah,
he got locked up for that.
but then they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you when they want to get you.
That's
I don't
what I'm
know.
saying.
Cosby tried to buy NBC too.
I don't know if I don't know if Russell Simmons is on their radar like that either.
I mean, I think if you out of sight, out of mind type shit, like if you like, you know,
But
if
he
you're
wasn't.
if you're not outside dancing around like you untouchable.
But see, he was out there harassing his daughters, harassing his ex-wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Burning their house down, trying to burn their house down. So Russell was keeping himself in sight and in mind when he could have just been out of sight and out of mind. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, technically, that's his house that he was trying to burn down.
You're still trying to
Doesn't
burn
work
it down.
like that.
Technically, it's his
It doesn't
house.
work like that. If you buy somebody a phone,
I know
take
it's
it and
theirs.
smash.
It's theirs.
Still liable.
I know.
Yeah, I think we're about to find out a lot more dirty secrets.
Oh, it's all about
Economy-
to unfold, man. It's all
yeah,
about to
everything's
unfold.
about to come out, man. And I think part of this is Puff has been kind of snitching on himself over, you know, maybe in his older years he's just been giving less of a fuck. If you think about just some of his behavior on shows, even on Drink Champs, and the way he was talking to Fab, and you know, and inviting people out and trying to take them shopping. And have you watched that one interview with that dude? You remember the dude Fuck Jerry? You remember that account?
Nah.
You never. It's a meme account on Instagram, but the guy behind it talked about he landed in one of Diddy's parties in Miami and witnessed like Puff he walked into some room he wasn't supposed to be in.
Oh, I saw that.
Puff was laid up in there, and you know, it was just I don't know, but not that there's anything wrong with that, because if that's your lifestyle, salute.
Yeah, live your truth though.
Live your truth. But when it comes to, you know, that mixed with, you know, some of the abuse that he's handed out to men and women sexually, then it becomes a very big issue. So yeah, I think
it's a situation where things are gonna get ugly. I think we're gonna see him land in jail. Because
somebody was saying they're trying to rope Hove, and
yeah,
I don't get it. What is Jay have to do with any of this?
But we don't know. We don't know.
He's a billionaire.
Nah.
I think the thing about it, they're trying to make him the Epstein of black people.
I mean, Hove was at Epstein's island.
Yeah,
twice.
Yeah, he wasn't there for.
How do you know?
There.
You never know, dog.
Because I think a lot of these people that went to some of those islands had no idea who Epstein really even was, or his behavior about that.
Don't forget, Hove was with Aaliyah. She was young. Don't forget it.
She wasn't underage. She was already legal. Yeah, no. I mean,
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. He had an album with R. Kelly. He could have put him on.
Nah.
You know? I'm just saying, what you don't know is what you don't know, bruh.
I don't know about that.
That's not exactly. You don't know.
Listen, no.
I don't know either. I'm just saying.
Honest, this whole no Diddy. I'm not. This is y'all's conversation to have.
I'm just saying you can't speak on what you don't know.
Yeah, I think it's about to get ugly, man. They're about to bring in everybody in. I mean, there's conversations about French Montana being Puff's sex toy. It's crazy. That's Diddy.
Crazy.
The worst part about it, I think. The worst
I don't believe it.
That's where the came from.
Well, here's the thing. There's this.
What?
There's this audio of Meek Mill starting a song, and he's like, "I hope people forgive me what I did with Diddy."
What?
Yeah, it's all on Instagram.
He said what?
I hope people forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Real niggas, something.
I feel
it's not AI
shit. That's
AI shit. All over Instagram though. Like it was one thing. No.
Yeah.
It's all over. And number two, I think that people have to understand that like there was a lot of people who covered stuff like this up. There's a lot of people who were complicit in this behavior for fear, or like they might have thought they would lose their job, and they turned a blind eye. And a lot of people were hurt by other people's lack of responsibility.
Yeah.
So it's an ugly situation because not only do you have the immediate people who are hurt, but if somebody steps up and says something, they're afraid of
Repercussions,
retaliation,
yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
truth be told, Kid Cudi's car got blown up
Yeah. He stayed quiet about it.
by a Diddy associate, but it was kind of at Diddy's order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like people were scared, and a lot of people end up being hurt because he's trying to live this Godfather Playboy lifestyle. And again, I saw that Drink Champs with Fab. Diddy was drunk and talking crazy.
He was talking crazy. Didn't he slap the shit out of Drake as well?
Drake was trying to bag on
outside
Cassie.
of Live or something.
He was trying to bag Cassie in there.
But
no, it wasn't that. It had to do with 0 to 100, the beat or something like that. And he was just.
He did. He got the beat. He had the.
It was his beat first.
Yeah, something like that. But and then Cole was in
passed
that
on
too,
it.
man. Yeah. But I think that we're just looking at a person who's an evil person, what I'm saying, and who was protected by money, and we don't know what the death of Biggie, how that changed this person, but there was a lot of bad mixed in with minimal mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? Because Puff had,
go ahead.
I'm just saying, Puff, he had hits. Yeah. And he was the number one selling artist, but he also took his supposed pain from Big's death and made a song out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the pain wasn't so bad. You up here singing I'll be missing you.
Yeah, you got Sting on the track.
I mean, you gave Sting a bunch of money. Like you didn't clear that sample, which is foolish. You know what I'm saying? Like,
did you see Mace talking about it on It Is What It Is?
Nah, what'd he say?
No, I saw them talk about.
I'll let you watch it.
Nah, there's a part of them talking Spanish to each other.
Oh, I saw that.
Goodness.
That was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
And now they're saying what else was the, and then the dude the Tupac shit, all that shit's coming out now. How Puff was supposed to pay them $1 million to get Tupac out the way, and then didn't pay him, but gave the money to somebody else. So I feel like all that shit's gonna unfold now.
I mean, the dude who killed Tupac, that story is kind of, the nephew is the one who got stomped out at the casino.
Exactly.
And that was because he had taken somebody's chain or something like that. So, I mean, that story doesn't really tie in with
I don't
Puff,
know.
but maybe, I don't know.
I don't know why you would snitch on yourself on Vlad TV.
I mean, listen, prime example of a goofy
idiot.
Yeah.
Well, we're not dealing with the world's brightest people, clearly, right? The one person who's been consistent in this entire Diddy thing,
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
Ooh.
50 Cent is doing exactly. 50 Cent is doing exactly what bullies.
What 50 do? 50 doing what 50 do?
No, not even what 50. 50 doing what bullies are supposed to do. And
and stepping on the gas.
Well, the thing too that I was reading about 50, what they were saying is none of his money is connected to Puff in any way, shape, or form.
Not $1.
So he's not afraid of Puff. He has no history with him. Nothing can be traced.
Fear Puff.
He doesn't fear Puff. Some of it is because as a result of the money not being tied to Puff, he doesn't fear Puff. Right?
Yeah.
So
Puff can't do anything to him.
Nah.
Essentially, that is what that means.
50 will smash him.
At this point, Puff can't do nothing to nobody. Like his best bet is to go to trial, take to jail, not even go to trial. Take the plea. But the charges are out there, and I've seen people who have been like, there's people on TikTok who read the charges to get for content.
Yeah,
and they're saying the things that you see are insane.
Yo, and the federal government has like a 90% conviction rate, so you're not going to take it to trial.
That's what I'm saying. You want to take it to trial to have the least amount in the.
No, you take the plea, dog.
No,
if you take it to trial,
you don't want to go to trial because you don't want.
You'll max out. If you don't win, you max out.
I saw some TikTok video that talked about a female executive from one of the record labels that was also named in a lawsuit. The lawsuit, she was named in there with Lucian, who's the head of Sony Music, her, Puff was on the lawsuit. The guy, Little Rod or whatever his name is, the producer, and so she got herself out of the lawsuit by cooperating, and she provided her testimony on March 21st, and they're saying that could have been the catalyst for all of these raids that happened yesterday.
Did he try to sue a publicly traded company, Diageo, that's worth over $100 billion over?
That's the NBC of this conversation.
That's worth over $100 billion over a company he had no equity in, which was Ciroc. Diageo paid him $60 million annually and around $1 billion total over the last 17 years.
Damn.
So going after a company that big when you know you've been living foul and there is so much dirt on you is a fool's move. His ego made him believe he was invincible. Never bite the hand that feeds you.
That company probably set this off.
Maybe. But, you know, I mean, I was making a joke about he tried to buy NBC, but if you guys remember, they said that, you know, Bill Cosby went down because he tried to buy NBC, and everybody who's powerful and try to buy like NBC that was black was taken down. Like that's always just been maybe there's some truth to it, but it's been like an ongoing joke. So this could have been Puff's NBC going up against Diageo. What's the name? Diageo? What's the name of the company?
Diageo.
Diageo. I had no idea he did not own a piece of Ciroc. I really thought Ciroc was his.
He had everybody thinking that.
Yeah.
Everybody's drinking Ciroc.
Is Jay's alcohol is his liquor, the champagne and all that? Is that also part of Diageo? Do you know that?
I don't think so, but I don't think Jay owned it either.
Which one? The champagne or the Douce?
Ace of Spades is Armadale. I think that's right.
No, Armadale was Dames.
Armadale was Dames. So it's Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades is that champagne.
Yeah. And then he has does he have like a whiskey too or something? I don't know.
Whatever Douce is.
Yeah, Douce
is a drink. It's not the champagne. The champagne is Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
The alcohol, well, the other thing is, I don't know what that is. Is that a whiskey or something?
I think it's like a cognac.
Okay, cognac.
Which is a blend of whiskey, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I think Hove might actually own those.
Who knows?
Who knows?
I think the bigger issue is, you know, obviously Quiet Luxury, what's the podcast episode 249 is this Kendrick verse. I don't know if you guys heard this Kendrick verse.
I did. I'm not a big Kendrick fan.
Me neither.
But the verse though.
The verse was fire.
The verse
it was okay to me.
I don't think he wants no smoke with J. Cole, first of all.
He does not want any smoke with J.
I don't think he wants no smoke.
I think you guys are crazy.
Let's talk about it.
I think you guys are crazy to think that J. Cole is going to have something.
I think J. Cole is going to hand him his ass.
You wait and see.
J. Cole has no smoke for Kendrick.
I don't think see.
I've never been like a Kendrick fan like that.
Yeah,
so I've always thought his flow is funny. His rhymes are witty and smart, but he's a good lyricist. He's not for me. He's not for me. I don't even like the way his voice sounds. You know what I mean? I don't like the way his voice sounds either. I don't like how he switches it up and goes into the squeaky one or the other one. Yeah. I am not a Kendrick fan.
Same.
That you listen, and that's perfectly fine. Your personal bias aside,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Is whatever. At the end of the day, I think that when you listen to the verse, it did what it's supposed to do, which is stir the pot.
100%. Anytime you go at Drake and Cole, you gonna stir the pot. Even if me and you put a song out about it, it's gonna stir the pot.
Right. But what he said, and if you pay attention to some of the lines in there, not nothing super deep, crazy, but just the surface level things that he said in that song. Mm-hmm. There's not really, in my opinion, a lot. Particularly, Drake can't do anything with Cole.
Drake's not a battle rapper. Drake's not like,
But no, because Drake's first thing is I study that world. I come from that world. Like he's on record saying that.
Yeah, but because you're a fan of that world doesn't mean that you are that.
Correct. However, in his mind, I think that because he's sponsored a few events and done XYZ,
And he won one battle.
and he won one
against me.
battle. You're right.
He lost against Push. Let's be clear.
Now let's be honest. Cole has never really. I can't recall if Cole's gone. I mean, he lost the only battle that he had.
Who does Cole have a battle with?
Cole. It was a female rapper by the name of No Name.
He lost. Out of Chicago. He lost something.
Yeah. She got it. It's Googleable. If you Google
he lost like he didn't like he lost like Drake lost and didn't come back with another verse. Or
he did come back, but he himself.
Was it during Women's Month? Maybe
no.
He just went easy on her.
No. He just
I don't think Push won the battle between Push and Drake. I think he had the last word.
Nah, Push won that.
He
damage. The damage. If you look at it,
let me finish. He won in to the point where we're at in it now. But Drake never came back, and I'm not saying Drake would have came back.
He didn't have to come back. It was 1-1.
No, I heard.
Why does the other person? Why does it need to come back? Why does it need to go back and forth? Because it's the same logic that the Jay-Z fans
because if you
make.
say something, you got to give me an opportunity, and if I come back,
you already said it. You said it first.
Nah.
And if you choose not to come back for a second time, that's on you. But you already came at me.
I feel you.
You already initiated this. I'm just responding to you.
Was Drake the one that initiated the beef with Push?
Absolutely. Yes. Well, I don't know what the beef goes back a few years, but the battle, he's the one initiated, and he actually said something about Push. He said Push's wife's name in the song. That's what sparked Push coming back.
For sure, he said her name, or he just said the state that he's from.
Virginia Slims, and he was referring to Pusha T's wife, whose name is Virginia.
Yeah, but he Push is also from Virginia, so that's
double entendre. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. He's a smart guy.
I'm not pushing Drake is many.
I mean, I think Push definitely has won that battle, but I feel like
when we look at Kendrick,
okay, let's talk about
Drake.
Kendrick.
You're saying that Kendrick
don't want no smoke.
All right, so Kendrick got that. Definitely. Now Cole in his last 4 albums, 100 verses, has nothing on record to me that shows that he has anything ready for Kendrick.
Shit, I disagree.
Point me to the song.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Cole catalog fan like that. However, I've heard his rhymes and be like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I need to be proven.
Yeah, I'm not the one to make that Colt case.
For me, if you listen to Kendrick's discography and Cole is clearly the better MC.
To me, exactly.
You know what I mean? That's all I gotta hear. I'm not a DJ, so I don't dissect.
I'm not talking. But again, y'all are talking discographies. I'm talking about when it comes to who wants to smoke and who can do this. It's like saying, "Oh, these two guys are better basketball players, but if they play 1-on-1, somebody's going to beat the next person."
So what other Kendrick song besides the one he just dropped would lead you to believe that he's a better rapper than Cole?
Control.
Yeah, he said he was talking shit on that one too.
Control.
Was that the Big Sean joint?
That was the Big Sean record.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But
you got them out the way.
But okay, just go to the last song Drake did with Cole.
I don't even know what that is. What song is that?
It's recent.
First person shooter.
Yeah.
Dog. Cole came off crazy on that.
But Kendrick addressed that. Second line in his verse, he's like first person shooter. Tell him to bring 3 switches.
And so here's my thing about Kendrick, right? I feel like
it's very easy to tell y'all are missing the point.
This is my argument about Kendrick is that I think if you compare his raps to 2024 rappers, today's climate and today's version of rappers and hip hop, he excels. Like Kendrick. To me, I feel like that's why this sounds so damaging.
He's a great MC. He's great.
Yeah, because I also feel like today nobody comes as direct, maybe as he has in this song, unless it's like a one-on-one. Like we knew Drake was talking about Push, we knew Drake was talking about Meek, but that was already an ongoing thing, right? But when you're just putting out a song and you're just taking a shot at anyone, you don't actually make it as clear as Kendrick did in this song, which I respect a lot. However, he
went straight at him.
Yeah, he went at him. But I think battle-wise, if you start talking about the great battles in the history of rap, like is this one? I mean, he says something about a big three, and like it's not really like they're not really like headshots to me.
It's been
Am I
one
wrong?
verse. It's one verse.
I think if Kendrick initiated the battle, we have to wait and see.
Yeah, he did. He did.
comes.
We got to
Right,
see
so
what
Yeah,
everybody else
because
comes
again, he wasn't. He
Hoes
wasn't
go back.
I don't think J. Cole or Drake, as far as my knowledge, and it's not that broad in terms of their discography and like all their songs. I don't think either one of them have ever got at Kendrick before.
Maybe they're scared to.
No,
maybe it went over my head.
I think I'm pretty sure if we were to go back on Complex's, what we could find where they have an article that probably breaks it down.
Subliminals.
Right? Matter of fact, there's a GQ article now that I think about it, because it was about I can find it quickly, but nevertheless,
that breaks down Drake.
Drake versus Kendrick. Drake versus Kendrick. Yeah,
already like on songs.
Yeah. Like
I think it's also whack to go with two different people at the same time. It's like
no, I think it's because of the whole big three thing.
Yeah.
So like you're not gonna point out one person. You're gonna say MF the big three. It's just me. Now what y'all gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And
but I mean, I feel like any rapper would be like, fuck big three. It's just me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like any one of them could have said that, like, I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to think you're the best at what you do.
I don't agree with that theory either. Just because you're a rapper, you're supposed to feel like you're the best. That's not true.
Why else do you do it? I think it's unfortunate. I think it's unfortunate in being that I'm African American. It's a perspective that I have, is that we always have to compete for the best.
I feel like every rapper thinks they're the best.
No, but
I don't think
everything in black people is I gotta be the best rapper, best basketball player, best MC, best barber, best this. Like, it's like being able to cohabitate is difficult, right? It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see neighborhoods beefing with each other, but nobody owns those blocks, right? So unfortunately, it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, consistent. Ever since hip hop's been there, it's been a proving ground. I'm number one. KRS-One, that was 86, 87.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all about
being the best.
Who is the best? And if you're gonna say that you're the best, you got to prove it.
I mean, there wouldn't be such a thing as battling if you weren't trying to prove it.
But let's also be honest. Nobody really came back after those control verses.
No, and I mean, I agree with your point. I just think that, you know, there's a lot of rappers that say. I mean, I think a lot of rappers who say they're the best don't have any ground to really say that, and they shouldn't. Is what I'm saying. That's. I
think it's a relative term. If they feel like they're the best, then
I think what it is. I think the rappers we grew up listening to had a much stronger belief in that. Now I don't think these kids care. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. But the rappers that we grew up listening to, it was all competition. Who's the best MC? Biggie, Jay-Z, and you know what I'm saying? Biggie or Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Biggie or Jay-Z, that's all it took. You know what I mean? So, but, you know, nowadays, I think that it makes for great music. Hopefully it stays on music, right? Because you never wanted to go past that.
I don't think it's going to go past that. Cause
no, I'm just saying, you just always want to make sure that it just stays just on music.
Yeah.
What's the podcast? We definitely
we missed the mark. We missed the timing.
So basically, people, we got you. We gave you guys another
45 minutes of free game.
45 minutes of free game. However,
by accident.
Yeah, it was just a good conversation. You know, at this point, we're going to.
We're hopping over to the page.
Hop over to the Patreon. Yeah, for sure. So let us say peace to everybody who hasn't paid a $5. As Silas said, just pay the $5. You know,
pay the $5, brother. We'll see you there,
and we'll see y'all next time. All right, peace.
Peace.